Hey guys, it's Angela here, and I'm going to tell you a few FAQs that you need to know that are usual questions for new coaches. Okay, so number one, if someone already has a coach, when they figure out that you're a coach and they want to switch to you, are they able to? Of course they are. They're always able to switch to you or any other coach as long as they're not a coach themselves. So if someone signed up as a coach to sell or as a discount, they're not able to switch to you unless they cancel for 6 months. But if they are just a regular customer signed under anybody else, all you need to do is fill out the form, live chat, or call off customer service and have them switch to you. They need to have your name and coach ID, and it takes a few minutes to a day for it to actually be effective. So that's how you switch a coach to you. So as I said, if they already are a coach under someone else, they would need to cancel their account for 6 months in order to switch to you. So most people are not willing to do that. So if someone's already a coach, unfortunately, usually it means that you're not going to get them as your coach. The next thing you want, people always want to know is how to place their coaches. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you where you actually go in your back office to do so. You also need to know that the reason we place coaches is because you have a left side and a right side. I'm not going to go that much into how to place why or what the legs mean because I want you to watch a video on that, and I'll post that link in here as well. But where you place your coaches matters for a few reasons. But the first and most important reason it matters is because of your rank. So in order to get to Emerald, you need to place your coaches one on your left and one on your right. And they both need to be in active status, which means they signed up with a challenge pack or they bought a challenge pack within 30 days and they filled out the enrollment form. So if someone signs up as a coach but bought their challenge pack within 30 days but is signing up after, the way they're going to do that is to pay $40. After they pay their $40, you have to go in your back office, which I will show you in a minute, and fill out a form. Once you fill out the form, they'll be reimbursed within 24 to 48 hours of that $40 that they paid since they've already purchased a challenge pack. I'm going to review what I just said, but first I'm going to share my screen. So first we're going to talk about how you prefer place. So when you click on my business and you click on my preferred placement, which is the first option in your box, you're going to come to this screen. To set your preferred placement, the only two options that you ever want to use is left and right. Don't worry about which says first available week or any of the other options. Left and right are the only options that you need to worry about at this time. So I'm going to click my right and click save. So now any coach that I add from now to whenever until I switch this again is going to go on my right side. So when you're placing the coaches, like I said, for Emerald, you need a left and you need a right. So as I said before, if someone bought a challenge pack within the month, but not at the time of sign up as a coach. So for example, I bought a 21-day fixed challenge pack last week, but I said no to the coaching opportunity. But somehow, some way this week, I decided that coaching was the right move for me because maybe someone asked me about coaching this week or about what I was doing because they saw a change in me. So what I would have to do is go back into my login and sign up as a coach with the $40 fee as if I did not purchase a challenge pack. Then after their back office is up and running, you're going to direct them to go to My Business and then down here where it says My Forms and Documents. You can also do this for them, but I always find it better to direct someone to do it. That way in the future, they can tell people how to do it if they need to. Right over here, it says Challenge Pack Free Coach Enrollment Online Request Form. When you click on this form, you're going to get a page that asks for the order number and the order date and the name. Email address, name, coach ID, data challenge pack. So they need to know their coach ID when they're signing up, or filling out this form, or you need to know it. They need to fill out the rest, know the date of their challenge order, and press submit. Once they submit this form within 24 hours to 48 hours, they'll have reimbursement of $40 as well as be in active status as a coach. There's other forms and documents in here that you may want to scroll through just so you know what you would need. For example, if someone wants to send in their military coach fee to be waived, because if you're a military coach, you do not pay the enrollment fee, nor do you pay the $15.95 a month. So if you are a military coach and you're not getting that already, make sure you go here and you check out the instructions. The other thing that you're going to use would be if someone wants to cancel their coach account altogether, they would have to print out this form and either email it back or send it on fax or through the mail. The best way to do it is to put it through the email as a scanned document. There's other things in here like disclosures, disclaimers, and coach earning information. So you always want to make sure you're checking My Business tab. So now we went over how to get a coach switched to you and how to place a coach. Let's talk a little bit about why we'd sign our spouse up. There are a few reasons why signing your spouse up can be beneficial to you. Number one would be just to get to Emerald or Diamond. And number two would be to maybe gain Success Club points within your first month if you're trying to get to Success Starter. So when I say to become Emerald or Diamond, what I mean is if you signed your spouse up very early in the game, then most likely they're going to make you Emerald if you can get one other coach. For me, I made my husband a coach after I was already Emerald, which was still within the first few days of coaching. But because I was adding coaches so rapidly, I knew that I could make Danny Emerald and I can get to my Diamond. So as we know, to become Diamond, you need 2 Emeralds, 1 on each leg, 1 right, 1 left, and you need to have 8 active coaches altogether, 4 on each side. So that's 8 coaches, 4 on each side, all active, and 1 out of each of those 4 need to be of Emerald status. So when I signed up, I'll tell you how I became Diamond in 29 days. I first started to add all of my discount coaches and regular coaches. So I made sure I got to 8 and I placed them 4 and 4 right away. That way I had the base of my 8. I made sure that I put Danny on my left and my best friend on my right. The reason I did this was because I can control Danny and I could have been honest with my best friend. So she knew what I was working for, and I also wanted to make her Emerald as soon as possible to make sure she was benefiting from what I was growing. So I made Danny Emerald by signing my next 2 discount coaches under his account on my right and my left. And then I had Erin sign her mother, and I had my sister sign up with her. So I actually gave away one of my coaches, which was my own sister. But for me at the time, it was more beneficial for me to have those 2 Emeralds than to have my sister as another discount coach on my team. And that's how I became Diamond in 29 days. Now, I basically have never lost my Diamond except for 1 week out of my first 6 weeks of qualifying my coach. So when you become a Diamond and your coach becomes a Star Diamond, whether it's their first, second, third, however much, when you're becoming Diamond, you have to hold Diamond for 6 weeks in order for your coach to be a lifetime 1-star, 2-star, or whatever Diamond number you're giving them. So for me, the only time I ever lost my Diamond was my 3rd week of being a Diamond. One of Danny's discount coaches didn't order their product, so I ended up losing Emerald on his account. I did fix it the next week, however, so I have not lost my Diamond since then. I was also unaware that there was a qualifying period, so I had no idea that Darby was relying on me to get her star from me. So that's why I'm letting you guys know that if you ever do become Diamond and then your coaches become Diamond, it's your responsibility to know that you have 6 weeks to qualify for your coach to become a Star Diamond. Now, that obviously is up to you whether, it matters or not. But for me, it does matter. If I'm, holding someone's rank, I really want them to be able to rely on me. And I also want to prove that I can hold my rank. So that's what the only thing I want to add to this video, because I don't want to put too much in one video, is that for you, when you start to add real coaches, most people don't know how to train their new coaches. And that's where the downline starts to go a little off. So part of my new training is making sure that you guys understand how to train. So everything that I'm giving to you, including this FAQ video, is going to be included in your training to your coach. We also do our our month group for new coach training. And yes, there's a lot of material in there, but you want to make sure your coaches are personally getting the material the way that I'm personally giving you the material. So make sure when you're training your downline that you're taking everything that you received and sending it to your downline as well. It's okay that it's me who's training your downline, because in the future, you're going to be able to learn and train them yourself by making your own videos. But until you feel comfortable enough and until you understand the whole process of how it is to become a higher up coach, higher up rank, or training a team of coaches, it's really fine to use your upline's videos. I've used Darby's videos for as long as I can remember, and I'm now starting to make my own. So don't feel like you're not doing enough work or you're doing something inaccurate, because that's what an upline is for. So make sure you're always reaching out to your upline when adding new coaches to make sure that you're adding them correctly as well. Okay, guys, so that's it for FAQ video number 1, and look out for some more so we can make sure we're covering all of the basics in training.